I somehow ended up here, drinking wine in California. Welcome back to the Across the USA series, episode 8. After the last episode, I left San Diego and headed north. I stopped in Los Angeles and then made some detours on country roads. Oftentimes, California is pictured as just massive freeways, millions of people, lots of homes, dreaded traffic. However, California is full of dreamy countrysides with rolling hills and magical trees. I'm excited to share California's beauty that is sometimes overlooked. The scenery really does feel like a fairy tale sometimes. On my journey north, I stopped at a town called Sylvang, which is known as the Danish capital of America, as seen here. From architecture to eateries, it gets a lot of visitors. It is walkable and crowded when I stopped in, so have a look. When I left there, I continued driving. It was around sunset on the country roads, which was so peaceful, as you can see here. I stayed at a KOA campground in Santa Margarita that night in a cabin, which does come in quite handy. This cabin, as you'll see in a minute, didn't have its own bathroom, but the bathroom was nearby, so it really wasn't a big deal. Here I am arriving at the campground. The whole campground was full of trees and small hills. The whole property really felt like a protection from the world, like a cocoon. The next morning, I continued my journey to Paso Robles, a city of about 31,000 or so, and it's nestled in California's central coast between Los Angeles and San Francisco. I had no idea I'd end up extending my stay there and how much I'd really just fall in love with the place. It didn't feel like tens of thousands of people lived here. It felt like very small town America, like 1,000 people, small town America. There were country roads lined with wispy trees and vineyards. I felt like I could just sit by the side of the road forever, enjoying the birds, writing a book, really anything, just to stay in that magical place. So enjoy the ride around the countryside with me for a few minutes, and then you'll see the main center of town that had restaurants and ice cream, of course. And a coffee shop, ice cream shop, and winery quickly became my favorites and were visited more than once by yours truly. Negranti Creamery had ice cream to die for, and Spearhead Coffee was spectacular. These were a few of my favorite things, and I'm sure that I could have discovered even more if I had stayed even longer. But I do tend to go back to things repeatedly once I find that I really like them. The world felt very peaceful here, and I hope this video gives you little glimpses into this beautiful little town. I hope you feel the magic and peace, which is exactly what I felt here. I hope that you can visit it someday, and if you can't, I hope I am giving you a glimpse into a piece of the world that you had not yet seen. And I hope you stay and watch the sunset with me later in this video after you drive around the country roads with me and check out the center of town with me. So, just sit back and relax for a few minutes and don't really think about anything but peaceful scenery and the trees and the sunsets and just a magical place. So, yeah, thank you for watching, and really just stick around. I hope you stick around at least and watch the sunset with me. It's just beautiful. So, thanks for joining with me on this journey across the USA, and see where I end up next. But first, there's a lot more to see in this video. Thank you.
Hey darling, can I tell you what's been on my mind? Sick and tired of the 9 to 5 in the city life. Hey darling, we could get out of town, see the beautiful world around, wanna see it now. Pack our bags and get in that car, leave a little note and we'll drive real far. Let's get out, we can leave this city. Let's drive to the open air. Yeah, the countryside is so pretty, with the wind blowing in your hair. We can look back someday, baby, don't you understand that we only get one life? I wanna make it count, honey, come on now and take my hand. Hey darling, I love it when it's me and you, on the road with a couple of tunes in a car for two. Hey darling, you know we're gonna have a really good time, driving in the middle of the night when the stars are bright. Pack our bags and get in that car, leave a little note and we'll drive real far. Let's get out, we can leave this city. Let's drive to the open air. Yeah, the countryside is so pretty, with the wind blowing in your hair. We can look back someday, baby, don't you understand that we only get one life? I wanna make it count, honey, come on now and take my hand. Get out, we can leave this city. Let's drive to the open air. Yeah, the countryside is so pretty, with the wind blowing in your hair. We can look back someday, baby, don't you understand